Well, it's a sad day for all of us here at News Channel 4 with the passing of a good friend and our colleague, Bob Berry Sr. It's a very sad day because we will miss him so terribly. But yet we also celebrate what he was not only to us as a friend, but what he was to the state of Oklahoma. I mean, he was sports for so many people. He had an enthusiasm for life that you would find only in a very few people, and Bob Berry Sr. was certainly one of those people. If you look at the word legend, I think you'll probably agree with me that it's sometimes overused, but in the case of Bob Berry Sr., I think that he was absolutely an Oklahoma legend in so many respects. If you look at his sports history, if there's a Hall of Fame, he's in it, because he was a pioneer in sports in Oklahoma. I mean, he was there when they first started the game, before they had rules, before they knew how to do what's done so easily now. And it was through his enthusiasm, his love of sports, that he brought that into so many homes on Saturdays when people couldn't be at the games. And oftentimes people would have earplugs in their ears at the games as they listened to Bob. He was a great friend. He was a great friend to all of us. But what I remember most about Bob is in the many years he worked here, I can count on one hand the number of times I saw him angry or upset. He was a guy who loved life, who didn't sweat the small stuff, and who enjoyed what he was doing. He once told me that he hoped when his time came that he would pass quickly. And so Bob always got what he wanted, and that's what happened this past weekend. He died of natural causes peacefully at his home after watching the World Series game, which you know he must have loved. And he is surrounded by those who continue to love him now. The pride of his life, of course, his two sons, Frank and Bob Berry Jr. Just a man who left a mark on Oklahoma throughout his 80 years.
I mean, Frank and I have been overwhelmed this morning by the outpouring of support and love for our dad. Obviously, we're saddened and shocked, but yet we both were just talking a second ago how we're, pleased that he got to do what he wanted to do. I didn't really know he wanted to enjoy the ultimate retirement so soon, but he gets to be with my mother now, our mother who passed away in 2003. So I find some comfort in that. And since you're so much older, do you want to say anything about it?
Well, I think what Linda said is very appropriate in that for me it leaves a legacy that I want to live up to in my children. And I think if you are aware of a man like that, and you are aware that the small things really don't count. It's how you treat people, and that's what my dad did. He treated people the way, I mean, I've heard of the comments I've heard today. It's that how many hours he spent with people that he didn't really know, and he just helped them. So to me, that's a legacy I want to live up to. So for that, I'm thankful, and I'm also given rest and peace knowing he's with Mom, and he's getting to finally just enjoy that. So I'm glad for him. We miss him terribly, but he was a great man, and the outpouring has been wonderful. But again, it is a legacy that I hope we can live up to.